that language and you get it all back.
Yeah.
It's just letting go of that as the crutch that you're in right now, or crutch that you're using right now.
Yeah, yeah, that is totally true. Like for me, for example, I don't think that my English is on that level that I want, not a native like level for sure. But that happens to me that sometimes when I speak Ukrainian, I forget Ukrainian words and I use some English words because
Oh yeah.
they just pop up in my head. So that happens when I'm talking to my friends, and of course, some friends think that it's funny, some friends will think that I'm weird or but whatever, this is what happens.
What
And
about some of the sounds? Have you incorporated like English schwa sounds or something that wouldn't be in a certain word?
I'd say that it's more about the R sound and the TH. So
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
confuse those and incorporate them into my Ukrainian speech.
Ah,
Yeah.
funny, yeah.
Yeah, and I think what you said, like when people move, for example, to the US, well, a lot of people, and I have had so many comments about this that I've lived in the US for 15 years, but I can't speak English. And some people really, they just can't just say one sentence correctly in English. They just know some basic words like hi, bye. They just live in their own little world, like little Russia or little Italy.
That's exactly right. I know plenty of those people too. I know the exact opposite. Someone who's been here for 6 months and speaks wonderfully. Someone who's been here for 6 years, and we would use the phrase, sounds like he just got off the boat. And I know a lot of both. And just to be real for a moment, it's a little harsh, but the reality is the person who's been here for more than 6 months and sounds like a tourist from fifth grade is just a lazy person or a person with different commitments, different priorities in life.
Right.
Maybe English doesn't have to be, whatever it is in his life. I don't know his whole schedule, but he's telling me English is not a priority. There's no excuse for some level of fluency with being surrounded by the world, in your everyday life. And
Mm-hmm.
people that go to work at a company where they only speak Spanish or they only speak Chinese, then they go home and they only speak Spanish or Chinese online to their friends and relatives, and then they look at their phone and it's in Spanish. And if you're going to keep doing that you're going to tell me 15 years later that you can only talk in the grocery store a little and say hi and bye. That's
Mm-hmm.
why. They didn't let their native language suffer a little while their English would grow a ton. They won't commit to that process. A
Yeah.
little bit of reluctance and fear is understandable, but at some point, if that's your goal, no choice.
Right. You gotta do the work because I guess a lot of people expect that if they just go to live to an English speaking country, English will just magically pop up in their heads and they're gonna
No.
start to speak English and use English and understand English. And that's gonna be so much easier. I hear it all the time. Like when I move or when I go there, I'm gonna start then because it's gonna be so much easier then because everybody speaks English and I'm gonna not gonna have any choice. But the reality is that you can't just come there and expect to start speaking English. That's just unrealistic. But some people do. That's true.
Yeah, well, coming here and doing nothing will help. Your brain will subconsciously do some things, some work, so it will help, but it won't do the work for you. It's just one of the tools you have. Like now I'm in this world, perfect. It's one of the extra tools you have to make use of, to make proactive use of, like you say, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, to me, it was like when I was thinking about this, when I was thinking about maybe I want to move somewhere to an English speaking country, I thought if I want to move, there's going to be so many things that I'm going to have to work on, and it's going to be so hard. But at least here I can learn English, and it's going to help me tremendously when I move. I'm not going to feel like outsider and like I don't belong. So
Oh, yeah.
I thought that